Willkommen zurück. Wir sind in der City, haben jetzt gerade den Doktor erreicht.
Oh my god, I'm actually glad to see you. What happened here? Why are the defense systems not working? They are working, but their target filtering has been reset to non-hostile. One of Baron's messengers came with the order to temporarily change it, so I did.
Baron's messengers. We need to leave now.
Yes, let's do that. I'm all for that.
Are you all right? We need to move.
You don't have to tell me twice. Escort secured. Ah!
Go!
I don't like this. I don't like any of this.
Ariel! Okay, go!
It's turning around. It's right behind us.
Don't look back!
Good idea.
Okay, das ging jetzt ja doch flott. Hätte ich das gewusst, hätte ich das noch schnell in die andere Folge gepackt. Aber gut. Zuflucht des Widerstands. All die Vorteile, die wir erarbeitet haben, sind nun verloren. Das Stadtzentrum ist verschwunden und die Vernichtungslinie wird weiter vorrücken. Wir müssen vorbereitet sein, was auch immer kommen mag.
You go talk to Commander Baron. I've had enough excitement for one day.
Das Blatt wendet sich. Was ich mich bloß immer frage, warum so Wissenschaftler immer mit ihrem Kittel noch weiter so rumrennen. Ich meine, was nützt ihnen denen das noch draußen?
Lay still. Don't move.
Hey, glad to see you alive. Thanks for sticking your neck out for us. I wanted to tell you that, you know, just in case.
Hey, are you all right? We just got the news about the attack. They're getting closer, aren't they?
Komme ich jetzt hier drin? Bevor ich jetzt mit dem Commander spreche. Hast du irgendwas Cooles?
Do you need anything?
Can I see your hardware?
Ah, nur so ein Scheiß. Energiezellen könnten wir vielleicht... Dann könnten wir die andere Munition schon mal herstellen. So... 4 Zeilen haben wir frei oder 4 Steckplätze. Würde ich dann auch erstmal frei halten wollen. Gut. Jennifer.
Wasn't expecting to find you here. You always seem to be out these days.
Yeah, that's true. Lately, I've been making extra runs to stock up on resources. The truth is, I was even thinking about leaving. But right now, I'm just waiting for my team to head back to downtown to look for other survivors. Let's hope there still are some.
Why did you want to leave?
In the face of what's going on now, it will sound stupid, but it just got to be a bit much, you know? With Patrick hurt, I started to wonder if I'm even doing him any good by sticking around. I've been trying to protect him all this time, but I couldn't. I've proven that much already. First in Pasadena, then at our hideout. I was thinking that maybe he'd be safer here at the shelter. But don't worry, I changed my mind since.
I see that Patrick's doing better.
He is. He's a fighter. Certainly has more courage than I do.
Is there something on your mind?
Actually, I have a secret to tell you. You've a fan. Patrick really looks up to you. It's good for him to have a role model. And I don't think he could have chosen better.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Are you kidding? It's the least I can do for helping us all this time. If you hadn't found us back in Pasadena, I don't know what would have happened. Well, actually I do. Exactly what the others said would happen. People were talking about the Annihilation Line months before it came. My father, of course, tried to turn it all into a joke.
Knowing your father, it couldn't have been a good joke.
No, it really wasn't. But I wanted to believe him. I think we all did. He tried very hard to keep everyone from worrying. Maybe a little too hard. You could feel the mood change at the house. The community my father tried to build started falling apart. Fewer and fewer people were coming by. And if they did, they weren't always friendly. I started to notice things going missing. Little things at first. People got nervous. And with time, it even got to my father.
Did it ever get to you?
Of course it did. For the first time in my life, there were only the three of us at the house. After a while, my father changed the sign from welcome to beware. He put a lock on the door and started carrying a shotgun. I didn't even know he owned a gun. He always said he didn't believe in them. I wanted us to leave our house and run, but he didn't want to listen. Said it was the only place he could keep us safe. Thanks for letting me spill my guts like that.
Immer gerne. Ist denn der kleine Junge, der ist wahrscheinlich hinter dem Vorhang, wa? Der Patrick. So, hier ist ja nichts weiter. Wir könnten hier nochmal gucken, ob sich hier irgendwas getan hat. Na gut, dann kommen wir zu Commander Baron. Mit euch haben wir gesprochen.
Thanks for getting us out of there, Sergeant.
What's up?
I know you're busy, but I found something. Something I think you'll like. A tape from back in the day. I want to play it for you, but my boombox is busted, so if you're out there and find one that works, bring it to me, okay?
Can't you ask Jennifer or one of the other scavengers for help?
I already did, but they couldn't find anything. Just think about it, okay?
Funk für Ryan. So einen ähnlichen habe ich tatsächlich auch mal gehabt. Aber ich kann mich nicht erinnern, dass die so breit waren. Oder der. So. Werkbank, wollen wir irgendwas herstellen? Ah, die Munition könnten wir herstellen. Gibt auch gleich ordentlich Erfahrungspunkte. Achso, wollen wir nochmal gucken. Dietrich haben wir 35. Oh Gott, oh Gott. Als Hilfe brauchen wir tatsächlich gar nicht. Ja, den Rest hebe ich mir auf. Was soll's. Da werden wir bestimmt immer noch nicht hinkommen.
Rivers, you want to explain to me what the hell happened?
We lost downtown.
I know that much. But how's that possible? What happened to our defense systems?
Alvin says one of our soldiers came with an order directly from you to reset the target settings for non-lethals.
He said what? All right. This is what I want you to do. Find whoever is responsible for sending that order. All the messengers have GPS tracking, so we're keeping tabs on their location. Find them and bring them to me.
Understood.
And Rivers, despite what I might say about our resident egghead, I truly have a hard time believing that my men are incompetent. So expect the unexpected. And you know what I mean by that.
Do you think the infiltrator's back?
We won't be sure until you find those messengers and confirm my suspicion.
Now that you mention it,
What?
one of our soldiers said that it looked as if one of our guys led Skynet's attack.
That only supports my case. As soon as you know what's going on, radio me.
Who's Perry? You mentioned him before.
The best soldier I ever fought beside. He was the one who brought me into the Resistance. It's actually a funny story. Years ago, when I was just a kid, I saw a Skynet drone attacking some guy. Without thinking, I grabbed a rock and jumped on it. The guy was screaming the whole time while I beat the metal to the ground. Only when I was done did I realize he was trying to stop me.
Seems you were a tough kid.
Life didn't exactly soften me much. To survive, I embraced the savage it made me. He was a resistance scientist, and that drone was one of his projects. So you can imagine he wasn't too happy when I smashed it to pieces. But he wasn't alone. There was this huge guy with a rifle on his shoulder, almost choking with laughter. I sure made his day.
That huge guy. Was that Perry?
Yes, it was. Commander Perry was in charge of this division before me. That scientist later told me that was the first time he ever heard Perry laugh. Somehow, Perry and I connected. He taught me how to channel my anger and get it under control. He introduced me to Connor, and that's how I got to the 132nd.
Whatever happened to Perry?
Skynet got hold of our position. We had to leave our shelter. There were a lot of casualties, and he was one of them. He died a soldier. I'd never thought I'd be reminiscing about the day I met them. This may come as a surprise to you, but it was the first medal I ever destroyed.
I'm not surprised. You were still just a kid.
That doesn't mean I didn't have a kill count back then. It just consisted of people. But that's a different story.
You want me to break radio silence?
They have a head start on us. At this point, we can't afford to lose any time.
Okay, Jagdsaison. Verlassen wir dazu den Stützpunkt. So wie es aussieht. Und ich hätte gedacht, dass der vielleicht hier in der Basis ist. Was los, Bruder?
Patrick, you're up?
There are people who need help more than me. Anyway, I can't talk. I have to bring something important to Erin.
Mit der ich noch gar nicht gesprochen, fällt mir gerade ein.
Jacob.
How are the wounded doing?
The few that came back, they're doing fine. We patched them up, and at this point we're just sitting and waiting.
What's in your mind?
Ever since you asked me about Peter, I can't stop thinking about him. Like a teenage girl. That's your fault, young man.
Are you thinking about anything in particular?
About the day we first met. It was long before Judgment Day. I was getting coffee on my way to school. I noticed him because he was buying tea in a coffee shop. I don't know why, but that made me smile. Maybe it's stupid. Maybe I should stop thinking about about him. He's probably dead by now. God knows he can't take care of himself.
Do you want to find him?
Sometimes I think I should drop everything and go. I would get an earful from Baron, but she's nothing I can't handle. Anyway, what I didn't tell you before is that during Judgment Day, I lost a child. Our child. I don't know if it would have happened anyway, but I like to blame the machines for that. I think that Peter felt with Taylor we were given a second chance. God, he's still out there waiting for me, isn't he? Probably sitting in his rocking chair back in our house in Hollywood Hills. Oh, where the hell are you, Peter?
Hey. Na gut. Die haut bestimmt noch ab. Lagerhaus-Bezirk. Commander Baron möchte, dass ich das Bodenteam finde, das den Befehl gab, der unsere Systeme sabotierte. Sie sind mit GPS-Sendern ausgerüstet und halten offenbar einen Aussichtspunkt in der Nähe des Lagerhaus-Bezirks. Was mich wundert, ist, dass es ein ganzes Bodenteam ist. Nicht, dass da noch mehrere Terminatoren sind. Tracking-Signal. Während dieser Mission werden die genaueren Orte deiner Ziele nicht angezeigt. Es gibt jedoch 2 Signalstärkenanzeigen oben links im HUD. Ein steigender Prozentwert zeigt an, dass du dich in Richtung des Ziels bewegst. Ein Abnehmerwert zeigt an, dass du dich vom Ziel entfernst.
Okay, I'm seeing 2 GPS trackers. Who should be our guys? What the hell are they doing here?
Gut, finden wir das ab der nächsten Folge raus. Spitz bedanke mich. Bis denn.